Hello students, in this lecture let us learn about neighborhood set of a vertex V. The neighborhood set of a vertex V in G is the set of vertices of G which are adjacent to V in G, and it is denoted by n open brackets of V, and it is also called open neighborhood in general. If the brackets are of closed type, then it is called as closed neighborhood, which will be the union of the open neighborhood where we include the vertex V also. That is, it is the union of the open neighborhood and the vertex V. We shall learn this with the help of an example. Now let's consider this example. We shall now consider this graph. In this graph, the neighborhood set of the vertex V1, which is denoted by n of V1, that is the open neighborhood, is equal to all those vertices which are adjacent to V1. That is, the vertices adjacent to V1 are V2, V3. So this set will consist of the vertices V2 and V3. And if suppose we consider the closed neighborhood of V1, it will include the vertex V1 in it also. So the vertices will be V1, V2, V3. So this is the neighborhood concept. Now we shall consider another vertex V3. So let us write the open neighborhood of V3. So the vertices which are adjacent to V3 are V1, V2, V4 and V5. So in this graph all the vertices are adjacent to V3. So V1, V2, V4 and V5 gives the neighborhood set of the vertex V3. And if we consider the closed neighborhood of V3, that is closed neighborhood, it will be equal to, we have to include this vertex V3 in it. So V3, V1, V2, V4 and V5. So this is the closed neighborhood set of the vertex V3. Now we saw for a particular vertex. Now let me tell you what is a neighborhood set. Suppose we consider a set S, which is a subset of the vertex set V. Now for example, the vertex set here is equal to V1, V2, V3, V4 and V5. Now let us take a subset of this vertex set S. We can consider any subset. For example, if I consider V2 and V4. Now this is a subset of the vertex set V. Now the neighborhood set of this subset includes all those vertices which are adjacent to the vertices of S, that is V2 and V4 as well. Now for V2, the vertices adjacent to V2 are V1, V3 and V4. So this will consist of the vertices V1, okay, and then V3 and V4, because the vertices adjacent to V2 are V1, V3 and V4, and it will also consider those vertices which are adjacent to V4, and they are V2, V3 and V5, but it already has V3 here, so we have to write V2 and V5. Now this is the neighborhood of the set S. So now the closed neighborhood will consist of the vertices of the set S also, that is V2 and V4. But because in this graph already V2 and V4 were adjacent to one another, we already have the vertices V2 and V4 in the neighborhood set. So for this particular graph, the neighborhood set, that is open neighborhood set, is same as the closed neighborhood set. So this is the concept of neighborhood set. Hope you have understood this concept, and this concept will be used in our future theorems where we will be using this concept and we will be proving those theorems. Thank you.